So we expect that Josh Hart re-signs with the New York Knicks because his best friend Jalen Brunson is there, and he's just a Tom Thibodeau guy. Like, yeah, that's something they've done the Knicks really well of getting Tibbs's guys. All right, guys that fit Tom's culture and brand, and I think Josh Hart does a good job of embodying it. So I don't expect him to go anywhere. But Jake Fischer of Yahoo Sports reports Josh Hart's contract extension to approach $18 million per season. So looks like it's probably going to be like a 4-year deal for $72 million or a 3-year deal for, I guess it would be $54 million is what I'm expecting. 3 to 4 year deal in the range of $54 to $72 million. And this is what Jake Fischer writes. Contract extension discussions between Josh Hart and the New York Knicks are expected to approach $18 million per season, sources told Jake Fischer of Yahoo Sports. Hart was acquired by the Knicks from the Blazers in February. It was reported earlier this month that Hart's return to the Knicks was seen as inevitable by rival teams. And why wouldn't you? This is like one of my favorite players in the NBA. And I just graduated from KU, and when I was at the Combine, I talked to Jalen Wilson. And Jalen Wilson, I wasn't a big fan of him, even though I went to KU, but he said he wanted to be Josh Hart, and he watches Josh Hart, and I was like, okay, now I really like you, Jalen. But Josh Hart's a guy, people don't know, he's an underrated ball handler. Like, he can actually be a secondary facilitator. He's one of the best rebounding, like, swing men in the league. He's a guy who can play shooting guard, small forward, and even small ball power forward. He's a good, he's a decent above average three-point shooter, a guy who's going to shoot like 36% from three, all right? A guy who's going to shoot like 45% from the field. He's a guy who can average for a season 9 points, 14 points, and even like a year or so ago with the Blazers, he closed out the season averaging like 18 a night or something like that. So he has scoring chops, and from all three levels, inside, outside, he's a decent ball handler, all right? I'm not going to say he's an elite one before, like that fact that he can help, be a secondary playmaker, good rebounder, and we haven't even talked about his best part. Dude, the guy's king hustle, and he's a dog on defense. And he can also guard not only the perimeter, but even match up against some fours, okay? He's kind of the perfect winning player. Like, Josh Hart's a guy that a lot of teams want because he plays championship style basketball. So, for me, I think when you look at Josh Hart, when you look at this situation, it's definitely interesting to see what is being done. Because for me, I like to say Josh Hart is a player that any team trying to win a championship would like, all right? And these guys are becoming valuable. Look at Bruce Brown. I know Bruce Brown's smaller, but like the same role, dog defensively, but like can put a scoring punch, can facilitate the ball, good rebounders, guards multiple positions. Those guys are starting to get, their value is going up in the NBA. That's why it's $18 million. Josh Hart's probably the best example of those multifaceted players because he's probably the best scorer out of those guys. Because you throw Josh Hart, Bruce Brown, PJ Tucker, Jay Crowder, Royce O'Neal, all right, Jay Sean Tate. I'm trying to think. There's probably a few other guys that are in, but those are the guys in the league now that you need to notice. So let me hear your thoughts down below, guys. I'm right now driving to work, so if you guys made it to the end of the video, thank you. I am going to head out. Peace. Ooh.